Community Conversations, where quality of life is the mission and health is the focus. I'm Dr. B. Lee Green, joined by Sean Dickerson, and my main man, Michael Dove. You guys ready for this next segment? We finally, we try to, beef it up a little bit with our guest. I think Sean did a great job of getting our next guest in here, and when we mention his name, I'm sure you will be very, very familiar with this gentleman. He writes a column for the Tampa Bay Times. So we're so delighted to have Ernest Hooper join us today. Ernest, how are you doing?
I'm good, Doc. How are you?
I'm doing very, very well. So we have to give Sean kudos for getting here.
I mean,
we know.
A real celebrity.
I know.
A real celebrity.
I don't count? Is that what you're saying? I don't count?
Never
mind. It's not about
you. You're the esteemed president of the 100 Black Men of Tampa Bay.
It's not about me.
Didn't I warn you?
Well, I try to.
But, I mean,
I try to respond whenever Sean reaches out to me, and he's out there doing great things in the community, and I want to support him and support the 100 Black Men of Tampa Bay.
So he paid you, huh?
That's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there. So we're glad to have you. Glad to have you.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So one of the
Yeah, Sean, you got that gift card, right?
So one of the reasons why we thought it would be great to have you is one of your most recent columns, which you titled "Set Goals for 2012, but Do It for Yourself." And as Sean probably shared with you, we have really talked a lot about starting this new year focused on your health. What can you do to be better from a health perspective? And so after reading your column, we thought it would be wonderful to get you in and talk a little bit about some of the things that you mentioned in your articles. So first question out of the bat is, why this article? Why did you write this particular article?
Well, the genesis is pretty simple and really pretty personal for me. New year rolling around again, and here I am asking myself, am I going to go through this process again? Am I going to set New Year's resolutions only to come up short, as I've done so many years before?
Of course you are.
And as I mentioned in the column, if I had $100 for every New Year I said I was going to save more money, and if I lost a single pound for every year I said I was going to lose weight, I'd be in perfect shape, and I'd be as rich as Carlton on the Fresh Prince.
I know you went way. When I saw that, I said Carlton. I said, boy, he just went way back. Was he having a moment? Was he watching TNT?
Actually, I was. People who know me know I'm an old school guy. So
Right.
Can you do the dance?
Oh, there you go. Check it. We got the video. Check it. But and I said, like I said, saw the article, and but again, just the timeliness of it, and again, just the idea of again, everyone's in that mode, so you're thinking about it, but you get through the, and we talked about it on this show. You got you make that go into the gym resolution, but you do it from January 2nd to January 30th. And then what happens next? All right, so you go to the gym, and it's packed first, and then there's no one there, because again, it's what do you do to sustain after that? And that's one of the things that we were, as far as on Community Conversations, we were interested in getting people to be able to do, is have that support to sustain beyond that first month. So have you thought about that? I know you talked about
yeah, I had to seek some outside help, because the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. So one of the people I talked to was a psychology professor at the University of Tampa, Joseph Sclafani, and he offered some really good advice about setting mini goals and being specific in your goals. It's not just, I'm going to lose weight. For example, I took his advice, and instead of saying, I'm going to lose weight, I've set a specific goal of walking between 15 and 20 miles every week. Now, right now, I'm at about 11 and a half, and I got to get out today and finish that up. And it's been something of a challenge, balancing that with my work responsibilities. But those are the kind of things that was one of the suggestions he had, was being specific. If you're going to be friendlier with people, don't just say I'm going to be friendlier. Say I'm going to smile at least 5 people a day.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. B. Green, that's something I'd like to see you work on a little bit. You don't smile as much.
Wait,
You're so serious. Why so serious?
Wow.
Dr. B. Lee?
Somebody's got to do Somebody's got to hold it. And one of the things you mentioned in your article is create support groups. That you talk about get work colleagues to promise to lose weight and exercise together. And that's one of the things that we've talked about in terms of making sure we have support groups. You might not be able to tell this, but I'm the oldest of the trio. I know it's hard to tell. Thank you. I know it's hard to tell. So I'm the one that will reach 50 first. And you know what happens when you reach 50, that one exam you have to have the colonoscopy. Yep. So they've agreed to go and hold my hand while I go and have it.
Do it together. Do it together.
Don't clear that side away from your mind.
We all going to have a colonoscopy.
Yeah, we all do.
You going to have it too?
Yeah. We're not just going to hold your hand.
But I think you're right in terms of putting those goals out there, having that support. I think goes a long way.
Sure. What I've done is kind of contracted with some close friends who are neighbors of mine. And sure enough, on Sunday, New Year's Day, they came by and they were like, hey, let's get after it.
All right.
Let's go.
Right.
And, I'm sorry, did you say contracted?
Well, a verbal contract.
Wow.
We still holds up in court. That's
you think it's serious.
We promised to push each other. And,
fantastic.
You know, I was kind of recovering from the New Year's Eve, and they came by and got me out. And,
no excuses.
You know, that'll help. We're going to push each other.
That's fantastic. So, if I heard you correctly, number one set, I believe they call it SMART goals, right? Specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely. So, SMART goals, get support group. Don't just try to do it alone. Do it together. So those are two main things that you got from your...
And write it down.
Yeah, write it down.
Write it down. Put it on the refrigerator. Put it on the mirror. Put it at your desk at work. Put it in a place where you're going to see those goals every day and be reminded of what you promised yourself.
Yeah, with Sean Dickerson, you don't have that problem because he's tweeting and Facebooking and emailing and calling. I tell you, I said, man, I'm eating me a burger, and he's like, I just had me a bowl of oatmeal with my honey and 16 grams of sugar.
Well, Mr. Gray got on me because about the sugar part of it. But I'm trying to eat healthier. You know, that's what my goal is: eat healthier. Exercise.
I'm not gonna call you out on the radio today.
I can do the same to you. That's right. Every now and again. But if you exercise, I'll call myself. I had 2 donuts this morning because that's all I had to get. I was on a hustle.
There you go.
But I am going walking this afternoon, so it's not just it's not the idea of trying to be super perfect. But isn't that what we're able to do? You could have a little splurge.
But you know, sharing that goal with your friends on Facebook or Twitter can be very helpful because you're putting yourself out there, and you're letting your friends know of your goals, and let your friends know. Hey, check in with me.
Right.
Let me know how I'm doing.
Okay.
Challenge me if I need to be challenged. And so now, all of us who are friends on Facebook with Sean can go on his page next week or the week after and say, hey, how's it going? How you doing? You sticking with it? And you know, that was kind of part of my motivation for writing the column. You know, I put myself out there for our readers.
Okay.
And as you can see, they'll be able to look at me and tell very easily if
So if you're just tuning in, you're with Community Conversations in the Trio. We're delighted to have Mr. Ernest Cooper join us today from the Tampa Bay Times. We'd love to hear from you, our callers.
Top 10 newspaper in the nation.
Wow, yeah, that's incredible.
You said you've been in 19 years?
19 years.
19 years.
So you can get in on this conversation. You can call us at 813-287-5700, or if you're outside the area, you can reach us at 877-943-9673. Hit us up on Twitter.
Yeah, absolutely. The thecctrio on Twitter, or you can catch us on Facebook as well. Community Conversations, hyphenated the CC Trio, the Trio.
Right. So we have a blog too. Right?
I've got a blog, thecctrio.blogspot.com, where we have the Community Conversations Change campaign. Again, that goes along with the what Ernest was writing about, but that